Hi there, and welcome to Apple World. Diddy's circumstances just got more stunning, and his domain is disintegrating just before our eyes. You all remember how Diddy, as of late, got sued by maker Lil Rod, and Cuba Gooding Jr. got named in the claim. Well, Cuba is at long last standing in opposition to the issue, and it isn't what we expected. You all won't trust this yet. Cuba opposed Diddy, supposedly. Their companionship is down and dirty, and it's all since he got named in the claim that as well as guaranteed that Diddy is attempting to blame everything on him and nail the entire thing to him. Purportedly, kid, you all better bounce on this in light of the fact that the show is okay. So if you all felt that the Diddy and Lil Rod circumstance is over, you should be new here, because this show is as yet pushing ahead, and there is no foreseeable endgame at any point in the near future, particularly on the grounds that Cubic Firearms Jr. is presently emerging to hammer Diddy and shade him for blaming everything on him and Shad and Diddy for being a narc, in the event that you're considering how Whelp Gooding Jr. ties into this show. He was unequivocally named in the claim that Rodney Jones, otherwise known as Lil Rod, recorded against Diddy. In the claim, Rod guaranteed that while he was functioning as a maker on Diddy's affection collection, he was exposed to a few unseemly exercises. He also guaranteed in his claim that Diddy supposedly got a piece of sensitive fey with him, but not in a cordial manner. If you catch my drift, he guaranteed that Diddy would do strange stuff like press his back and stroll around without garments when he realized that Rod was not too far off, which was improper. Furthermore, sort of dreadful. Rodney began feeling like Diddy was attempting to jar him into some sort of undertaking which he believed was truly wrecked. Even Diddy's previous protector Gene Bargan talked on this show and essentially said exactly the same thing. I can see what an individual like Lil Bar, he presumably was, messing him up, snatching him, grabbing him. You understand what I'm talking about, behaving like he playing with him. Yet, he really believed he should do what he believed that he should do. So the clowning around was as he would prefer of GR in the sense, well, I don't, that is some new, saying we didn't call, that we didn't get back to it then, at that point, that his heart play was an approach to telling you I could truly hurt you. On the off chance that I needed to, you get it? I could truly hurt you. And that is the thing that kid presumably felt you. Why he treating me so harshly as that goodness? He's simply playing with you. No, he was informing you as to whether I turn this up, I could truly hurt you. Ooh. And that was only an approach to attempting to persuade you to be accommodating to him, right? He's telling you he's placing to you, tune in here, brother. He's attempting to place to him, we're playing now. Yet if I truly have any desire to turn this up on you, it's on you ain't got no successes, as per Rodney. He attempted to call Diddy out on his dreadful jokes, yet Diddy just disregarded it, saying it was all clowning around and rejecting that he had anything evil as a main priority and that Rodney was as simply adding a lot to the circumstance and denied it. Rod likewise guaranteed that Diddy before long emerged to straightforwardly recommendation him, promising to make him win Maker of the Year at the current year's Grammys. He didn't stop there on the grounds that Rodney guaranteed Diddy made him watch recordings of Maker. Stevie J got into a few untitty circumstances, some hanky-panky with one more fellow, and it didn't halt there. He said Diddy's Miami lodging was the location of some wild gatherings with a wide range of obscure stuff happening. Rodney even figures he could have been purportedly dropped and exploited at one of these slams. However, Diddy was by all accounts not the only one who was named in the claim on the grounds that several individuals were additionally named, like Diddy's child, Justin Combs, and Cuba Gooding Jr., who are discussing Cuba. TMZ detailed that Jones claims Diddy acquainted him with Cuba Gee on Did's yak, and Cuba purportedly started contacting and fining Mr. Joni's legs, his upper internal thighs close to his GR, the little of his back close to his buttocks, and his shoulders. I won't lie, the part about Cuba was not exactly stunning considering his past, and he was supposed to be a consistent face at Diddy's gatherings, and you all understand what has been reputed to occur at Diddy's gatherings. Presently, Rod's claim had individuals discussing Diddy once more. since the fifth time he's getting sued in under 4 months. First, Cassie approached, and afterward there were the other 3 ladies, and presently Rod for clear reasons. Diddy got one more heap of terrible rep for this since he got hauled for rottenness via web-based entertainment, with individuals calling him out for being frightening toward individuals who worked for him. However, at that point, out of nowhere, individuals began to zero in additional on Cuba, Gooding Jr., and everything that Rod claimed, and the claim it resembled the discussion moved from how Diddy supposedly treated Rodney to the part about Cuba purportedly contacting Barr improperly, and it just got bizarre, this Lau. He's likewise, A on that. He met Cuba Gooding Jr. through Diddy on Did Yacht, and it even reached a place where he begun contacting him on his, you realize, upper internal thigh close to his ground, by him. Did you see the image? No, I didn't get to see it yet. Good gracious, my God. See, you can stand by listening to me, man. I couldn't say whether it was what they call it when you take 2 pictures and they set it up. You saint like that. They consider it when they set up the pictures. And they don't have a place together yet, they set it up next to each other. Definitely anything they call that Cuban Gooding Jr. was so near that man, I would believe that was his woman. This is the image that Gene was alluding to, and definitely it truly does sort of look. Sue's Gene likewise indicated that Diddy could have placed the thought in Cuba's mind that Lil Rod was new meat. So based on the pictures, do you accept his case? Definitely, I accept his case. Someone put something in C.U. Gooding Jr. ear that this was new meat. Or on the other hand, C, could you at any point break him? Or C, might you at any point accomplish something? 'Cause don't realize other man be that near no. Another man, individual for the consequently, come on, brother. That is insane, no doubt. This is all sort of peculiar. Yet Cuba is by all accounts persuaded that the main explanation that he is presently getting hauled is that Diddy is paying the media and making things happen in the BA. CK ground to get him hauled in order to remove consideration from Diddy. That is somewhat wild. Yet in the event that you all realize Diddy, it's not whenever that he first has gotten somebody positioned to accept all negative consequences for him. You all recall in 1999 that Diddy and Jennifer Lopez were engaged with, and how Diddy nearly went to prison for it. Well, at the time, it was accounted for that Diddy's craftsman Sparkle was the person who took out a weapon discharged up high and wound up, harming 3 individuals despite the fact that Sparkle was cleared of the endeavored charge. He was indicted on a few different charges and was condemned to 10 years in jail. Yet what individuals didn't be aware at the time was that an observer had approached to guarantee that Sparkle wasn't the only one. Since Diddy was doing it too, likewise a ballistics master affirmed that the 3 wounds weren't brought about by Sparkle, yet by a subsequent individual, and Diddy was accepted to be the second individual, yet he was rarely charged. However, hang on the grounds that there's an untidy curve here. See, as per Sparkle, did he vow to employ extraordinary legal counselors to get him out of the wreck, yet not in the least did he not recruit incredible legal advisors for Sparkle, but rather supposedly blamed everything on try to please police doubt off himself. As per Gene, did he supposedly pay observers to affirm against Sparkle during the preliminary? Those individuals were affirming they were ought to Puff, first saying that what they saw against Shan, what they saw Shan do, the day didn't have the foggiest idea about those individuals existed. You comprehend what I'm talking about. Sean said it himself. You all, the wild part about this is that Terrible Kid Records then dropped Sparkle when he was in jail. Sparkle likewise affirmed that Diddy had sold out him in a 20-20 meeting where he said, Puff, apologize. He was sorry to me for that. When we met in Paris, he said that he might have taken CA or of it better. However, he was under a great deal of strain from the legal counselors to blame everything on me. Well, Cuba currently accepts. Subscribe Apple World for more videos.